In the misty dawn, weak light seeps through the cave mouth, spreading across the cold ground. And the tribe of primitive humans lies close together in the darkness, their breath forming faint mist. Outside, the forest is eerily silent. Suddenly, the ground trembles, pebbles fall from the stone dome. A deep roar rises from the valley, echoing through the rocky cliffs. The tribe startles, hair standing on end, eyes fixed outward. Swirling fog reveals a dark abyss. From it, the colossal King Kong bellows, his heavy breath scattering forest birds in panic. Each roar is a warning the mountain realm has awakened. When the roar fades, the sky feels compressed. The colossal King Kong moves, each step cracking the ground, rocks thundering down the mountainside. Trees snap, dust rises thickly. The tribe of primitive humans clings to the rock wall, trembling as they watch. The wind carries the scent of wet earth and torn moss. King Kong slams his hand onto the stone ground, the explosive sound scattering forest birds in chaos. The cliff splits open, and water bursts forth, cascading down like a waterfall. Murky torrents drag stones, branches, and old bones. The tribe climbs into crevices, avoiding the raging flow. When the water recedes, the valley lies in ruins. King Kong watches silently as the earth bows. The tribe of primitive humans wades through the forest mud, skin scratched by thorns and sharp stones. They stop before a wide river, its surface murky and still, reflecting faint light filtering through the leaves. The hum of mosquitoes and insects thickens in the damp heat. The young male crouches, touching the water. Suddenly, the surface bursts open. A giant fish lunges out, razor teeth snapping shut. His arm is dragged under, blood staining the river red. The tribe panics, retreating into the forest. Beneath the water, the shadow of death still thrashes, waiting for the next prey. After the horrifying attack, the river foams. Smaller fish swarm toward the scent of blood. The tribe frantically pulls the wounded male onto the bank, his arm shredded. Blood soaking the muddy ground. Amid the chaos, the largest female spots a herd of capybaras near the river's edge. She picks up a stone and slams it against a hollow trunk. The echo startles the capybaras into the water, drawing the predators away. The river before the tribe grows still. They seize the moment to carry the injured one across the shallow part. black mud clinging to each step, escaping the deadly river. By the riverbank covered in decaying leaves, the tribe of primitive humans gathers around the male whose arm was bitten off by the giant fish. Blood mixes with rainwater, the stench of rot spreading. The severed arm swells black, flies covering it thickly. A female wipes the blood with leaves, then chews other leaves to paste onto the wound. The male groans softly, but holds still. Her eyes are cold and focused. The tribe stays silent. Only heavy breaths and droplets falling from the canopy are heard. In the humid air, the scent of crushed leaves and rotten flesh blend. The instinct for survival awakens between fear and life. Night falls, and the forest hums with dense insect sounds. A small fire lights weary faces. The male's wound oozes yellow pus, dripping slowly. Another male holds a sharp stone, testing its edge on his finger until it bleeds, then cuts into the rotten flesh. The scream echoes through the forest, blood spraying the soil red. Others hold down the trembling body. Female grinds leaves, hastily pressing them onto the wound, the smell of blood and smoke heavy in the air. When the cut is tied with grass fibers, the breathing weakens but steadies. The tribe stays silent. That night, stone, leaf, and blood became tools of survival. The forest is damp after rain, the ground slick with moss and decaying leaves. The tribe of primitive humans is exhausted by hunger and thirst, their steps heavy. An injured male is supported as a child sleeps on a female's shoulder. The stench of rot spreads through the air, drawing their gaze. They move quietly through the dense vegetation. Where the corpse of a massive toxodon lies still, its chest crushed. Flesh is dry, entrails exposed, and beside it, two saber-toothed cats tear at the meat, growling low. tribe stands frozen. Hunger urges them forward, but fear holds them back. Hunger forces the tribe of primitive humans to take a risk. A male grabs a branch, shouting and striking the ground. The two saber-toothed cats immediately turn and charge toward the noise. As they vanish, the others move quickly. A female hides the child inside a hollow tree, signaling silence. Two males tear flesh from the toxodon. A stench of blood thick in the air. The roar rises again. The decoy male is attacked, blood spraying wildly. His companions throw meat aside, dragging him away. They flee with hides, meat, and the child, deep into the forest, trading blood for survival. Night closes over the forest. The tribe of primitive humans, exhausted, searches for shelter. Two are badly wounded. The female leads, carrying meat and animal hides. In the woods, they find the massive roots of a rotting ancient tree, forming a hollow large enough to block the wind. One by one, they crawl inside. The space is tight. Thick with the smell of damp earth and blood. Outside, only a thin slit of light remains. Distant roar echoes, the ground trembling. The giant ground sloth approaches, its hot breath seeping through the gap. The child cries out, the sound echoing in the dark, fear engulfing the hollow. Inside the cold, damp hollow, the tribe of primitive humans holds their breath. The roaring shakes the ground, dust falling from the root ceiling onto their hair. The child squirms, ready to cry. The female holds tight, feeling for two stones, lightly tapping them together. A faint, dry sound echoes through the dark. The rhythm steadies, calming the child. A male imitates, knocking against the roots. Another taps pebbles on the ground. Four deep beats blend together, spreading through the hollow. Outside, the giant ground sloth snorts and moves away. Inside, the rhythm continues until the whole tribe drifts into sleep. In the cold, damp morning, light pierces through the root gaps, shining on weary faces. The tribe of primitive humans crawls out. Two wounded ones stagger. The child clings to the female's back. After sharing the meat, They move into a dense part of the forest. Trees grow tightly together. Vines cover everything. The light disappears. When the child brushes against a green vine, it instantly coils around its chest, lifting it off the ground. A scream breaks out. A strong male rushes to help, but another vine wraps around his torso. The crack of bones echoes the vine labyrinth is alive, hunting in silence. Cries echo through the forest maze. Two bodies are bound tight, the vines thrashing violently. The tribe panics, stepping back. A stumble against a massive root shakes the ground. The vines around the child suddenly slacken. The leading male notices the roots connect to the vines and strikes hard with a branch. The echo rings out. The vines tremble. The tribe understands, seizing stones and wood, striking in rhythm. Vines jerk wildly and then loosen. The child falls. The male gasps for air. The vines retreat upward. The forest grows still again. They have reclaimed their breath. At the sweltering noon, sunlight filters through the canopy, the heat thick in the air. A tribe of primitive humans trudges on wearily, lips cracked, two wounded, near collapse. The female carries the child, leading through dense foliage. A faint, sweet scent drifts by, making them stop. Above, a giant beehive trembles slightly, a dense hum filling the air. The smell of honey spreads through the forest, stirring hunger. The weakest male points upward. The female crushes sour fruit nearby, smearing it on their skin to mask the scent. The tribe stays silent, watching the climber ascend, where sweetness and peril merge as one. The buzzing thickens around the tree trunk. The wounded male, with only one arm, keeps climbing, shaking the branches. The massive hive vibrates, humming like a roaring wind. A black cloud bursts out the swarm dives. In moments, the climber's body is covered, his scream echoing through the forest. He falls, writhing as bees sting. While the swarm attacks, the female slices the hive's base, catching honey and wax before sliding down. The tribe devours greedily. The bees return. The stung one lies still, hunger has passed, traded for a burning pain. After the brief honey meal, the strength of the primitive tribe fades. The afternoon heat presses down, the air thick and heavy. They trudge through the forest, two wounded supporting each other, breathing hard. The child lies silent on the female's back, eyes sunken from hunger. Ahead, the path splits. One leads up a sun-scorched rocky slope. The other descends into a misty, foul-smelling swamp. The female signals to climb, but the swollen male, stung by bees, protests, pointing downward. Growls and falling rocks echo. Their eyes meet hunger and fear, pulling the tribe apart. Tension engulfs the tribe. Two males snarl face to face. One wants to go, the other to stay. The female silently grips a leftover vine, her gaze resolute. She steps forward, wrapping one end around the strongest male's arm, then ties the other to the defiant one. When he jerks away, she tightens it, choking his growl. Their arms tremble, blood seeping through skin. The vine holds fast. Silence spreads, broken only by heavy breaths. The female lifts the wounded, the child follows. The tribe moves on, bound together by the cord of survival. Climbing the rocky slope, the tribe of primitive humans stops on a high ledge, breath ragged, bodies drained. The weak male sits against the wall, groaning softly. The leading male uses a sharp stone to cut the vine, leaving red marks seeping blood. The female steps to the edge, looking down into a valley thick with fog. Below lies a vast swamp, leafless dead trees rising amid the stench of sulfur. Through the mist, a herd of herbivores wades across the shallow water. tribe's eyes glimmer with hope. Perhaps survival waits beneath the veil of death. The herd wades through the swamp, the muddy surface bubbling and shifting. A massive shape emerges. The giant Titanoboa lunges forward, clamping down on the lead animal's neck. The crack of bones echoes as it coils tightly, dragging its prey below. Panic erupts among the herd, hooves thrashing, some sinking into the mire. In moments, both serpent and prey vanish, the water falling still. From the rocky ledge above, the tribe of primitive humans watches in silence. The one who wished to descend lowers his head. They understand death waits below. The tribe turns away, climbing onward in heavy fear. The tribe of primitive humans climbs up the mountainside, moving away from the swamp. The rocky ground burns underfoot, the air dry and thick with ash. The wind carries volcanic fumes, raising their hair on end. The sky turns silvery grey, light fading fast. The first raindrops fall, hissing as they strike the rocks. One lands on the female's hand, leaving a white blister. The rain grows heavier, burning leaves, releasing a sharp acidic scent. The tribe panics, searching for shelter. The rain is no longer water. It is liquid fire, devouring life across the mountainside. Acid rain pours violently, its hiss mingling with cries of pain. The female clutches the child and dashes beneath a narrow rock ledge, two males pressing close behind, white smoke rising around them. One remains outside, rain blistering his back, skin darkening in burns. He struggles to break a giant leaf but weakens. The strongest male rushes out, shoulders burning, tearing the stem free and spreading it over the group. The leaf slowly dissolves. He pushes his companions inside, shielding them with his body. Five huddle beneath the stone ledge, trembling in the heat. Outside, acid rain consumes the smoking mountainside. After the acid rain, the sky sinks into a thick, pitch-black night, the sour smell lingering everywhere. The tribe of primitive humans leaves the rocky ledge, bodies scorched, fur matted. They trudge through the cold wind, carrying the child and two severely wounded. The female spots a crack between two boulders and leads the group inside. The space is narrow, damp, and dark, water dripping constantly. The child lies deep within. The strongest male guards the entrance with a stone. Outside, all is eerily silent. In the darkness, only faint breaths and fragile hope remain as they wait for dawn. A soft hiss outside the rock crevice freezes the tribe. The guarding male holds his breath, gripping the stone tightly, while the female covers the child's mouth. Then, the faint groan of the wounded breaks the silence. Instantly, heavy, silent footsteps approach. Two green eyes flare in the dark. The saber-toothed cat has caught the scent of blood. Its claws scrape stone, sparking light, then plunge deep into the sick one's chest. A scream rises, then dies away. Inside, the tribe remains silent. The stench of blood fills the crevice. The night has claimed another life. At dim dawn, the tribe of primitive humans leaves the rock crevice. Their bodies scorched red from ash and acid rain. They descend into a field of withered yellow grass, the morning wind whipping the blades. The female halts, sensing a strange sound. Grass to the left stirs against the wind. Then a piercing shriek erupts. A giant predatory bird bursts out, blocking their path. 5 more emerge from all directions, closing the circle. Hissing sounds, the smell of earth, and fear fill the air. Amid the rustling grass, and the small tribe stands surrounded by 6 towering hunters. 6 giant birds tighten their ring, beaks clattering sharply. The tribe stands back to back, the child in the center. They grip stones, sticks, and pebbles, waiting. The lead bird charges, its beak striking like a spear. The male dodges as the female swings her club, shattering its leg. Another lunges. A stone strikes its eye, yellow blood spilling out. Panicked cries echo across the plain. The birds hesitate, then flee into the tall grass. Heavy breaths and human heat linger in the clearing where life has prevailed, for a fleeting moment. After the battle, silence falls over the grassland, broken only by heavy breathing. As the tribe of primitive humans carves the flesh of the giant bird, the strong scent of blood spreading. They divide small portions for the child and the wounded. smell summons the night hunter once more. The saber-toothed cat emerges. Fur matted with old blood, eyes blazing gold. The tribe freezes. The female lifts the child. The male drags the wounded, clutching the meat as they run. A roar echoes across the field. With no way out, they scramble up a steep slope, the predator's pounding steps closing in. Roars thunder behind them as the tribe of primitive humans strains up the sheer rock face. Fingernails tear, blood mixing with sweat. The female carries the child, hauling the wounded upward. Below, the saber-toothed cat climbs fast, claws sparking against stone, its golden eyes burning. A falling rock strikes its shoulder, halting it for a moment before it surges again. The female reaches the top, pulling her kin to safety. The last male turns back, fangs glint below. The distance shrinks to a single arm's-length hunter and prey about to collide. The tribe of primitive humans is driven into strange terrain where the earth is soft and hot. Sulfur fumes rise as grey mud bubbles and bursts. Behind them, the saber-toothed cat arrives, claws digging deep, its heavy body crawling up the rocky edge. The tribe clusters together some gripping stones, others holding the child. The beast crouches low, eyes glowing, its roar shaking the ground. It lunges forward, shattering the crusted mud, sending waves of steam upward. In that instant, instinct and fear merge the earth. The hunter and the prey are about to be swallowed whole. A thunderous roar, the saber-toothed cat charges, tearing the ground apart. A male leaps forward to block the strike, his body thrown into the cracking mud as hot steam erupts. The female clutches the child, hurling it clear of the beast's path before being struck aside. Both tumble into the boiling pit. A heavy splash follows. Mud bubbling violently, white smoke rising, the stench of burning flesh spreading. The roars and cries merge, then fade. In the seething mud, hunter and prey sink together. The sacrifice of one preserves the breath of life for the rest of the tribe. Boiling mud erupts, white smoke curling upward, the stench of burning flesh filling the air. A tribe of primitive humans stands silent, staring into the pit where two beings writhe. The saber-toothed cat screeches, fur singed, thick mud binding its limbs. Nearby, the female surfaces, skin glowing red, breathing in ragged gasps before sinking again. The beast thrashes, striking her shoulder, dragging both into the churning mud. One driven by survival, the other by sacrifice. On the rim above, the tribe watches helplessly as the heat devours both predator and kin alike. The pit's edge, the male stands still, watching the fading shape disappear into the smoke. He strains to lift a heavy stone, the heat stinging his face. Below, the saber-toothed cat still struggles, fangs glinting. The male growls low, hurling the boulder down. Deafening crash follows, mud exploding upward. Another picks up a smaller rock, throwing it too. Then another and another until the surface lies still. No more roars, only rising white steam, a final farewell whispered between earth, fire, and those who remain alive. Darkness falls as the exhausted tribe of primitive humans moves away from the burning mud plains. The leader carries the child, guiding the wounded across uneven ground. Before them stands a massive hollow tree. They crawl inside, pressing close within the damp, cold wood, their breaths merging with the dark. No more growls, no more clattering stones, only heartbeats and emptiness. The child curls up, trembling, as the last light fades. Inside the hollow trunk, 3 faint breaths remain the fragile rhythm of survival amid loss. In the stillness of the hollow, the male grips a sharp stone that once belonged to the fallen. Before him, the child presses a dirt-stained hand against the wooden wall, leaving a small imprint, a mark of life enduring. The male gazes at it, then lays the stone upon a strip of dried hide, as if in farewell. Nearby, the wounded one wheezes weakly. The male ties another stone to his comrade's wrist, turning it into a weapon. The 3 sit close, sharing warmth and silence. In the cold forest night, the fire of survival flickers faintly within the dark hollow. The first dawn after the long night brings grey light over the rotting log. The male opens his eyes, inhaling the cold air tinged with ash. The child sleeps quietly in his arms. The wounded one still breathes faintly, clutching the stone bound with a vine. He sets the child down and crawls outside. Mist blankets the forest, droplets clinging to bark. He climbs upward, breaking through the fog to the high canopy, where the forest stretches endlessly. Amid the silence, He hears faint stone tapping a familiar rhythm, the sound of hands once lost. From the treetop, he gazes beyond the fading mist. A vast river splits the land, mirroring the pale morning sky. The tapping returns steady, rhythmic, with pauses between. In the distant forest, a thin column of smoke rises, then another. He understands others still live. He taps his knuckles against the trunk, each beat echoing outward, and from afar come 3 replies. Sounds cross through the canopy, grips the stone tightly, heart pounding. The river is no longer a barrier. It is the new path of life. The final echoes of stone tapping fade into the damp forest. The 3 survivors leave the hollow tree, carrying the stone and the last piece of hide. They trek through the soaked kapok woods, following the sound of rushing water. Before them, a muddy brown river churns violently, stretching to the horizon. Beyond it lies a forest veiled in mist. The male stops, staring at the water blocking their path. Beneath the surface, a dark mass rises, then vanishes. The current is deep, treacherous, full of predators. Before them lies death, behind them, the dead forest. There is no way back. The 3 move along the riverbank, searching for a crossing. Amid mud and roots, they find a massive log trapped in place. The male pushes, but it does not move. The wounded one crawls over, both straining shoulder to shoulder. The log only trembles. He stops, finds a long dry branch as a lever, and wedges a stone as support. They heave with all their strength, a crack splits the air. Roots snap, mud splits open. The log slides free, floating upon the water. They collapse into the mud, gasping, but the hope of crossing has taken form. The hollow log becomes their final refuge. The 3 crawl inside, the stench of moss and rot rising thick around them. The last male pushes the log from shore, the cold current gripping hard, sweeping them away. The log tilts, then steadies amid the murky flow. The child curls up. The wounded one clutches the hand bound with stone. Water slaps against the sides, the log quivering violently. Amid the roaring current, a strange sound emerges, great bubbles bursting. Waves surge backward, the surface splitting apart. From the depths below, an ancient predator begins to rise. A thunderous crash, the log jolts upward. A massive dark form bursts from below, rough-scaled, black-eyed, hissing. Purussaurus bites down on the log, splintering it, water rushing into the hollow. A fang pierces through the wall, inches from the wounded one's face. He stares into the great unblinking eye. Raising his stone-bound hand, he thrusts hard. The sharp point drives deep into the creature's eye. A piercing screech erupts. He strikes again, blood spilling red into the river. The beast dives, dragging a whirl of foam. The log spins violently, then drifts ashore on the far side of the savage river. The savage river carries them to the far bank. The log runs aground in the mud, rocking gently with the waves. The male lets go, collapsing, breath ragged, body soaked and cold. Inside the hollow, the child still lives, eyes wide with fear. Beside it, the wounded one lies still, hand clutching the blood-stained stone blade, the weapon that had slain the beast beneath the river. The male stares long, then cuts the cord and takes the stone back. Without a word, he pulls the child out. Ahead lies new light. Behind, the roaring river swallows the past. On the strange shore, mist thins under the morning sun. The child trembles, clutching his leg. Ahead spreads an unknown forest. Behind, the raging river howls. Amid the wind and insects, a distant tapping echoes faint yet clear. From deep in the woods, a column of grey smoke rises. He grips two stones, one his own, one from the fallen. Holding it tight, he takes the child's hand. Two silent figures walk forward into the primal forest. Behind them, the log lies still, witness to the birth of a new tribe.